All right, so first of all, congratulations to Texas Tech and Coach McGuire and that staff and those players. They came in here and played a good game, and I was encouraged by how our team responded in the second half. We need to score touchdowns in the red zone and not field goals in those situations. I thought our defense really responded, forcing some turnovers. There's lots of good moments in that game, and we had every opportunity to finish it. I think when I look at it, at least statistically, the most glaring one is just the turnover margin. And when you do that, it's going to be hard to beat anybody. You turn it over 4 times, it's going to be hard to beat anybody, and that's just the facts of football. I still absolutely believe in our players and this team, and I think this conference is really tough. And so we're going to take a look at this and figure out what we need to get right and what we let go tonight, and get ready for the next one, because that's going to be a really tough one on the road to BYU, and they're coming off a bye. So we have a lot of work to do, and I'm disappointed that we didn't get it done. I love the way we rallied. If we could have answered with touchdowns in the red zone, I think we could have kicked the door down on the game, but we didn't. And that's the truth. That's the hard truth, is that we just did not. So disappointed, but the truth, I just have to coach them better. I need to look at, are we carrying too much scheme? Are the details where they need to be for us to get done on game day what we want to get done? Because it didn't look like that tonight.
Reminder, please raise your hand and wait to be called upon. Justin, go ahead.
Why do you think offensively you guys were unable to finish drives tonight?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think there was a couple missed throws there. I think we had a little bit of issue in protection. I think everybody on the field had a piece of that. You know what I mean? And everybody on the sideline too. Me, play callers, all of us. That was a collective, just absolutely not even close to good enough.
Michael?
So you see this across college football all the time. The team has a huge win one week, and then maybe there's a letdown the next. It happened at Alabama today. Did you get any sense at all during the week that your guys maybe weren't in the right frame of mind?
No, we had a great practice, and we talked exactly about all that stuff. And, we used the coach told me the better team doesn't win on game day. It's the team that plays the best that day. And these guys played better than us for 4 quarters. Not, we were in it, and we were playing better football for most of the second half. But in the last 5 minutes of the game, we didn't, right? We didn't stop them, and we fumbled the ball. You know what I mean? So I think that's the hard part about it.
Gentlemen, back over here.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you wanted to get more tight ends involved with the play. Is this a strategy you want to keep? Because Brent Brennan did a great job again today with, I think, well over 40 yards. Is this a strategy you want to keep up throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a lot of faith in that tight end position, and and I think we're starting to get some good stuff from the other receivers too. And then obviously T-Mac is a weapon, and so we're definitely, if we can distribute the ball, a little more evenly, it does make you harder to defend. And so, I thought the tight ends did a nice job today.
Brian?
You were able to finish with over 100 yards rushing. Early on, it was a big struggle, and it seemed like there was a lot of rotation, moving in and out guys on the line. What led to that?
Injury,
and then what caused just overall the struggles with the run game early on?
that's the detail part I'm talking about. I think we had some guys go the wrong way on some of those calls, which is that's coaching. That's my fault. And so we got to take a long, hard look at that and just figure out, are we carrying too much scheme? I don't know, but that'll be part of the film evaluation and part of our Sunday work.
Gentlemen, blue polo.
Hey, Coach, you guys, you talked about the turnovers a little bit. At the end of the first half, you guys had back-to-back drives where you were driving down the field and turned the ball over, and Texas Tech answered with points. How demoralizing was that heading into that?
I don't think it felt demoralizing the way, if you consider how the quarter and a half at the start of the second half went. You know what I mean, right? I think so I thought our guys did a great job of doing that. I think the hard part is we just didn't finish. Just didn't finish the game, didn't finish a drive, missed a field goal to make it 6. It's hard. And like all those pieces came together for us to not win the game. And that's the thing you can't do in this conference. That's my fault, Jeff. But you can't do that in this conference. Everybody's too good, right? So you can't, you have to finish people. You have to knock them out, and we didn't.
Defense kept you in this game, until the offense kind of started to find its rhythm. how have you seen that side of the ball kind of develop even over the last week, last couple of weeks?
No, I think our defense has been actually playing, you know, a lot of good football. You know, they played great in the NAU game, and they played great last weekend, and they played great tonight. You know, so I think there's a lot of stuff there. But I think everyone on our team, everyone on our staff is going to look at this and just be honest and say, like, we need to play better. We need to get better. It doesn't matter what position you play. Every piece of the team has some component that we can get better at. I need to coach better. So that's where we're at.
Jason?
When you say too much schemes a couple times, what are you referring to? Just simplifying things, or what does that mean to you?
Well, it just depends on like how many plays were we carrying, right? In that part of it, and I don't think that's the case, but I think it's going to be something that we're going to have to look at and just say, hey, how come we're not executing? Like, why is this guy going the wrong way? That's crazy, with the amount of times we've run that play, right? So we either need to not call that player, or we need to put a new player in there to play that.
Two questions. The first
Double
one,
questions, man.
First one, it was 4th and inches in the 4th quarter, pretty down there, and I think inside the red zone. You elected to, try to draw them offside or whatever. Can you just talk about your decision or your thought process in that situation?
Yeah, that was we were just trying to draw them offside and see if we can get a free first down. We felt like at that moment, because by making the field goal, we took the lead, right? So that was the decision.
And they had the 2-point play, the swinging gate or whatever you call it. Had they shown that on film? Did you guys practice?
They have, and I think that had more to do with, it looked like that was a long drive, and it looked like when we lined up, we were not ready to play. It looked like we were standing straight up, is what it looked like to me. Now, I haven't seen the film, but that's what I think it looked like.
Justin?
Obviously, we've seen T-Mac make a lot of great plays, but that one at the end, the fumble, obviously was not his best. What's your message to him after a play like that?
Let's go back to work. I believe in that kid as much or more than anybody on this team. So let's go back to work, look at the play, see if he was carrying it low or whatever, but he gives us a chance to win every week. So I'm sure no one feels worse about that than he does. You know what I mean? Because he cares so much.
Cameron, back.
Elion from my Sports 260 AC. Now, I know you mentioned how, of course, in the red zone, you want to get those touchdowns, and Tyler did just miss one field goal, but had a career high in field goals today. As a coach, when you have that kicker there, who you know is reliable and can keep you at least at arm distance, how nice is that to have?
Absolutely, yeah. Tyler Loop, and then also, their kick returner is a big time returner, and he was eliminated because he kept kicking it out of the back of the end zone. So I'm grateful that Tyler Loop's on our team, and he definitely kept us alive tonight, right? And then gave us a chance to stay within striking distance and eventually take the lead. And so he's an awesome player.
Last question to Jason Barr.
Coach, you alluded to some of the missed throws by Noah. I know he does a great job here this week, but there were a lot of them. We're not used to seeing them. I know you got to go back and look at the film. Is it a mechanics thing or is it a protection thing?
I don't know. I got to look at it. Just like you said, you need to go back and look at the film, right? Just seeing it in real time. No one works harder or studies more film or is more individually prepared for the game than Noah Fafita. And so, like with all of our guys, I still believe in every player on this team. I think we're a little banged up, which is not helping our situation, but everyone's banged up this time of year. So you can either get to work and start fixing it, or you can, go sit in your dorm room and, feel sorry for yourself. Like, what are we doing? We need to get over and get to work. It's a simple choice, and that's a choice we all have to make.
All right, that's our time.
Thank you.
All thumbs up the back there. All right, we have Noah Fafita and Dalton Johnson. We'll start with Justin.
So Noah, why do you think the offense struggled tonight?
Continue to take responsibility for that. It's my job to get our offense going, to get us in a rhythm and keep us in a rhythm. So I feel like every Every time we got something going, I would make a mistake or two that stalls the drive, so I take full responsibility.
And what's your message to T-Mac after that fumble there at the end?
That's not on him. I made 2 mistakes. I mean, way more than 2 mistakes, but 2 turnovers that put us in that position. So just kind of telling him he's one of the main reasons we were in that position in the first place offensively. He got a lot of drives going for us, and then obviously the high caliber player he is. So just continuing to tell him to keep his head up, just trying to get this offense going.
Noah, you've thrown at least one pick in every game this year today, 2 for the first time in your career. 1 was a tip ball, so that happens, but do you feel like you're forcing the issue sometimes? You're not seeing things? What do you think is accounting for it?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to do too much at times, trying to force things when I don't need to. So I take full responsibility. I just got to make better decisions, and it's my job to kind of get this offense going. So this on me.
Dalton, what can you say about the defense tonight and how you guys were able to keep your team in the game?
Yeah, there was a lot of changes in momentum. A lot of sudden, turnarounds. But I think we responded well. Besides one of those, before half, wish we could, get that back, but it happened. But I think the guys, came out definitely in the second half, with a different edge. We just gotta finish.
How much do you think those takeaways in the second half kind of sparked you guys?
It creates mo, gets it going, creates that spark. That was the emphasis from Coach B this week. So we were trying to hunt the ball, get takeaways.
They had the long pass play there at the end of the first half. I think they had 1st and 20, pretty far in their own territory. Did that play catch you guys off by surprise a little bit? Maybe thought they were going to run out the clock?
Nah, it just comes down to technique. Our corner was pressing on, I think it was 2nd and 20. So, we just got to know to be off on that, not much time left and that long of a down and distance, just play off and, so it just goes back to details, cleaning them up.
Are you on the field goal block team?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on the field when they did the 2-point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happened on that play?
I think they just caught us off guard. We were kind of just, standing up and, not ready. So, yeah, they got us on that. We'll clean that up. Yeah.
Noah, Quality had his biggest receiving day of the season, and obviously he was dominant on the ground. How important is it to get him involved in your receiving game for this offense?
It's huge because that just adds another element to his game. He's a special player. He runs extremely hard, very competitive, and it seems like every time we needed to play, he was the one that was kind of making them. So being able to he has really good hands for a running back, so being able to just get him the ball in space in different ways is very beneficial.
Noah, Coach Brennan was just in here, and he said that he thought maybe the offense was running too much scheme. Some of us didn't really know what he meant by that, and then he said later that, well, maybe there's too many plays, maybe we got the wrong guy in there running the wrong play. What do you think maybe he meant by too much scheme?
I think Coach B just trying to take responsibility as just the kind of guy he is, as the leader he is. But that's on me. That's our players are just kind of that's the work that we got to do during the week to be mentally prepared. I think Coach Atkins, Coach Babers, and company did a really good job calling plays as it comes down to me and our office executing.
After the Kansas State game, there was a lot of talk about how beneficial it was to have that week off to kind of regroup and figure things out. Are you happy, though, that you don't have a week off and can get right back to it with a game like this rather than have that extra time?
Yes, sir, definitely, because we get to dive right back into the little details while this feeling is fresh. So right back to work starting tomorrow.
For both you guys, as leaders of this team, what's your message to the guys moving forward?
Clean up our details. Anyone can be anyone in college football, so we got to come out with an edge every day and just, be ready to let it all loose, just have each other's back and just take it one day at a time. Let's roll, Got a lot of football left.
What about you, Noah?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's going to be hard to watch this film, but you got to watch it, got to learn from it, clean up the little details, get back to just doing our job, doing the little things, and it's on to the next.
So I know it wasn't the results you wanted, but every time you go out there knowing you had a chance because the defense was really having your back, what confidence does that give you every time you go out?
Yes, we got so much confidence in our defense. They're the sole reason we were in the game in the first place. Holding that team, that's an explosive offense. I think they averaged 40 points or something. So being able to hold them to 28 and get turnovers for us on our side of the 50, we got to do. I mean, we're the reason we lost. So we take full responsibility for that offensively. We got to get better. But I mean, that just goes to show the type of defense we have and the type of team we have.
You guys looked refreshed after the bye week against Utah. What do you guys think you need to do to go against the upcoming BYU game?
It's an away game. It's going to be a hostile environment. It just falls back on, it's about us. We just got to have each other's backs. Just go to work, clean up details, don't worry about it too much, just have fun. It's a game at the end of the day. Yeah, just do it for the man next to you.
Dalton, how do you think guys like Owen and Genesis came in and impacted the game?
Yeah, start off with Genesis. He's a baller. He's a young guy, and he loves to be out there. I think he did a great job in Utah and today. He's ready for that role. He's accepted it. And Owen came in, didn't miss a beat. He's super locked in at practice, and I think it showed today in the game. He did well.
It's really hard in college football to be at your best every single week. You see teams like Alabama beats Georgia one week and loses to Vanderbilt the next, and you guys beat Utah and now you lose today. Did you get any sense at all during the week that guys weren't as focused as they needed to be, or that the team's mindset wasn't in the right place?
Me personally, I'm going to say no. I felt like we had a great week of practice. And everyone knows, look what we did last week. We beat number 10 Utah. It's like anyone can beat anyone. So we definitely weren't, complacent this week. Someone just got away from us.
Time for one more. Justin? No? No? All right, that's our time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.